As long as the sale of weapon continues, wars will continue. If all the religious heads, all the spiritual leaders take a decision that those who follow you will never hurt anybody, the world will be peaceful. This is not their language, not their culture, not their country, not their religion. So, isn't it abnormal that such an exodus happens? They should say, let all countries be responsible and make sure nobody has to leave Afghanistan. That makes sense to me. Beyond all the man made barriers, can you think beyond any limitations to the level of humanity where we all love each other? We all feel like family. If we can believe that, world will be a better place.
If you resonate with what Mohanji is saying, if you are seeking clarity, guidance, or deeper connection, Mohanji goes live every Sunday for a transformational 2-hour Q&A session. He personally answers your questions. For more info and to register, scan the QR code on the screen.
War was one of the greatest of disasters. So many people died. So many countries became bankrupt. Holocaust, all those kind of stuff. And that time, many leaders took vows saying that this kind of a situation should never happen in the world. After that, in Cambodia, Pol Pot killed 2 million people of their own people. Nobody ever raised the question. Syria was destroyed, Yemen was destroyed. Nobody bothered. Israel and Palestine is happening. Nobody is bothering. What is happening behind the curtain? Arms sales, sale of weapons. This is what's happening. As long as the sale of weapon continues, wars will continue. If somebody really cares about peace, first thing to do in the world is stop the manufacturing of weapons. If we really care about peace, see, there is no point in putting an ointment on the skin when there is cancer inside, because it's hypocrisy or ignorance. If we really, really wanted peace, there should be no weapons manufactured. Weapon manufacturing should stop. Wars will stop. When countries are buying weapons, they will use it. For example, nuclear. Many countries are nuclear powered. Nuclear warheads they have. They have manufactured warheads, nuclear. Nuclear warheads can destroy human beings completely, all beings. The forests, the flora, the fauna, the animals, birds, everything can be destroyed by nuclear warheads, right? And many countries have it. Why it is not banned? Why United Nations did not ban it? Any country who's manufacturing or storing nuclear weapons should be excommunicated. They should not be part of the world order. Anywhere there are arms and weapons manufactured and sold, it should be excommunicated. They should not be. If that happens, many of the major countries will not have job. They will not have connection. That will not happen. Then what is the result now? Bloodshed, helplessness. Today morning, I was talking to one diplomat and he was telling the same thing. Is there something you can do where we can have a discussion happening to stop the genocide in Palestine and those regions? I asked the question, who are we going to talk to? Who will we talk to? Who will listen when we talk? Because on the side, arms deals will be happening. Sale of arms are going on. They don't have time to listen to what we say, to stop it. Meanwhile, the business is good. Weapons are being sold. Ammunitions are being sold. So this is the real condition of the world. I was speaking at the World Parliament of All Religions 15th anniversary, where I was the chief guest. I told one thing. If all the religious heads, all the spiritual leaders take a decision that those who follow you will never hurt anybody, the world will be peaceful. I repeat, if all the spiritual heads, all the religious leaders, religious heads, take a decision that none of their people will harm anybody, will not kill anybody. If that happens, the entire world will be peaceful. There will be no bloodshed. Many people came and my speech became viral. Many people came and congratulated me for telling this openly. I meant it. I said, I can guarantee that anybody who's following me will never take up arms. I guarantee you. I can boldly guarantee. People who are following me will not kill anybody. This I guarantee. My responsibility. I'll take it. I said, can you take it? Can all, there are a panel of people, many religious leaders and stuff. I said, can you all take that? Oh, wow, that guarantee, give that guarantee that your people will not kill anybody, and take a firm decision. If anybody in your community takes up weapons and kills people, they should be excommunicated. They are not part of you anymore. But nobody will take up the stand. Why? Because the governments and the ministries are usually controlled by arms dealers, profits, medicine manufacturers, arms dealers, food manufacturers. We are controlled by salt and sugar these days, right? All these things are controlling us. We, as one individual, our voice is very, very low, very limited. But I still speak because if I am heard, good enough. Wherever I go, I speak because that's the best you can do, because many people cannot speak. So this is the sign of times you see here. I'm not being negative, but we must understand what's going on. And why do we have so many wars and bloodsheds? 3 million people came to Europe from Arab countries. Why? There is no answer. I like to live in my own home, my own house. I don't like to live in somebody else's house. Do you like to live in somebody else's house? You won't, because you prefer to live in your own house. Then why are people living in Afghanistan living in Europe? This is not their language, not their culture, not their country, not their religion. So isn't it abnormal that such an exodus happens? 3 million people coming to Europe and settling down here. And what is when Afghanistan, this situation happened, what did United Nations say? Let all countries be responsible and accept as many refugees as possible. I thought, what are you talking? They should say, let all countries be responsible and make sure nobody has to leave Afghanistan. That makes sense to me. That makes sense to me. That means every country joins hands and ensures this country is peaceful. Does it make sense? Instead, I say you take them to Canada, you take them to America, take them to Europe. It doesn't make sense because that's not their plane. That's not their natural place. And you are an alien there. You are not natural there. So there are so many things like this. Wherever possible, whichever level possible, I discuss these things, I do things. But many times, there is nothing you can do. And what happens if you are too vocal and too much of an activist? You will be assassinated. How you will be assassinated? Character assassinated. That's what they do. That's what happens. Either they say that you have a lot of black money, means you are illegal, or they will say you are manipulating people's minds because you are talking truth, or they will say you have sex with a lot of people. Sex is a big problem here. So any of these kind of things which will put you down means that this is not the subject which you are discussing or which you are fluent in. They talk a subject which has nothing to do with anything. Palestine and Israel was almost signing the agreement just before Bill Clinton scandal came. You know that? Before the Bill Clinton issue came, 1 week after, they were signing the agreement of treaty of no incursion or whatever that treaty was getting signed. Just before that, a sex scandal came. And who cared about who Bill Clinton slept with? Do we have a problem? Yeah, we are not even paying his bills, But everybody became interested in who Bill Clinton slept with, right? A completely ignorable thing, but then the whole Palestine-Israel deal was blocked. It fell down. If you look at politics very deeply, you will understand the thread very clearly. This is how it's functioning. Unfortunately, without our knowledge or with our knowledge, life is going on like this. Some people speak, but many people who speak do not get to speak more. They will not be existing later. This is the reality too. So, this is the world. Once again, I'm not being negative. I'm fighting in my own way, whatever I can, to bring righteousness back. Like somebody asked me recently, one journalist, what are you trying to do in the world? I said, to raise the awareness of the people of the world. It has nothing to do with religion. It has nothing to do with practices. It has nothing to do with any activity. It's raising the awareness of the people of the world as best as I can. That's exactly what I'm doing. That's why we have centers and stuff, where I'm not worried about religion, caste, country, culture, color, language, any barrier. I'm only looking at people. Can you think high, beyond all the man-made barriers? Can you think beyond beyond any limitations to the level of humanity where we all love each other, we all feel like family? If we can believe that, world will be a better place. We can be family. Why not? We are family. We love honestly, sincerely. We admire, we support. So this is what I'm trying to create in the world. And that's my answer to these kind of stuff.